I'm Kimmel. If you were here now, asked me to make a video of something in my studio that I find to be therapeutic. I am going to do a demonstration of these sculptural magnets that I like to make. They make a really good gift, which is awesome because I find that when I'm having a hard time coming up with something to make, pretending to or actually making a gift is a really good way to, I don't know, I guess fix art block. So that's what I'm going to do today in this video. My cousin is adopting this foster dog that's been living with me, Billy. He's a great dog, and so I wanted to make her a gift, so I'm going to make her a magnet that looks like Billy the dog, and then I'm going to bring it to her later today. Okay, so let's get started. So for the base, or just like the sculptural part, I like to use this material, Fast Mache by Activia or Activa, I have no idea. I've also seen it called Celluclay in larger quantities. Either one, I mean, they're exactly the same. Okay, so just for one magnet, I'm just gonna do a small handful. And then I eyeball the water. I like to mix it in small quantities just in case I put in too much water, instead of doing the whole bag. Yeah, which is exactly what I just did right now. So I'm gonna add some more. Okay, that's good. So you want the consistency to kind of be like, I guess cookie dough, I can show you, where it'll stay in the shape that you mold it, but obviously it's workable. You don't want it to be too soupy. All right, I'm going to use a baking pan to make the shape onto. This does take a while to dry out completely, so I like to do it on a baking pan and then put it at low heat in the oven, honestly, sometimes for like an entire day. So I like to keep it pretty thin because then it dries faster and I can get to the fun part. Okay, let's do it like this. So there I've got the base. I don't know if this was even helpful. I'm gonna make the shape of the ears. Put that right there. Looking good, girl. Okay. Scrub a little bit more. Gonna make the snout. I'll make the snout. Bottom bit. Making smile. Nose. And tongue. And you know, don't be like stressed out if it looks wonky. When this dries, you actually can sand it down if you don't like the natural texture. I do like the texture, so I usually just kind of leave it as it is. But don't like get worked up if it's just looking very handmade or whatever, because it is. Okay, moving on. Imagine I put it in the oven for, that probably would have taken like 4 hours at low heat in the oven. So now I've got the dried piece, and I'm gonna paint it to look like Bill. I'm actually going to just use this example instead of pulling up a photo. Okay. Make it brown color. And I'm just using regular acrylic paint right now. It's just what I have like kind of sitting around. You can use You can use like an enamel paint if you want. Watercolor could be nice. It would just like imagine it, the pigment like absorbing into the paper mache. Oh, by the way, this is just paper mache also. You could just paper mache it. Okay. The shapes. I mean. Alright. So, I'm going to do the brown areas first. Obviously, this isn't as good as the example because I'm kind of rushing through it. Okay, he's got some brown, like a little halo over his head, his ears. So cute, Bill. Okay. So I'm going to come in with black. You know, and if it's like, if the dog, I mean if you do make a dog from this demo, if the dog is like a very complicated coloring, like brindle or, you know, something with like a lot of dimension, you just need to get like the general like idea of it. I wouldn't spend your whole life like doing every single color. That's something I found. You could even just pick up like several colors on a brush and just like blotch it on. He's looking like a pumpkin in this demo, it's fine. This isn't the one I'm gonna give her. I'm gonna give her the one I made in the first video. The first time I made this video. This is my third time making it. Okay, I'm going to touch up, just like blend it out. Going to get his little snout area, his black. Inside of his mouth. Okay, so I finished the base color. And then what I very specifically like to do, and obviously you can do whatever you want, I like to make the eyes and the expression, but for this one I put his mouth in there, with Sculpey or just like any polymer clay. You could also use googly eyes, or you could just make the whole thing painted. I mean, that's assuming that you're even like making a character. So I got all my eyes and like mouths and whatever just kind of on this plate. I'm going to glue them on, even though this is still wet. But you should wait for it to dry. But I'm not gonna. Okay. So, I'm gonna give him walleyes, because that's what he's got. His eyeballs live on different planets. Yeah. for the final part, I bought these magnets online. You can get them at any craft store, but I don't know, the ones at craft stores aren't that magnetic, so I like to get the super strong ones so that I don't have to worry about them falling off the fridge. Even though they probably wouldn't even break if they're kind of a big size. And if I didn't say this before, I'm using E6000 glue. I'm a big glue head. I love glue, and this is my absolute favorite. So just get some. Okay, magnet on the back. I usually set it down on the magnet to dry. I don't know, because sometimes if it's a weird shape, it'll start drying, and then it'll fall inside the magnet. We'll take a vacation. But, alright, so I finished this one. I actually really like this one. I was like, I'm going to keep this one, and I'm going to give my cousin the good one I made last video. Anyways, I hope that was fun, made you think of something you might want to make, and I hope you're doing well. And that's it. Thank you, people if you were here now, people I've loved, the Sean John Gallery and Juxtapose, thanks so much for inviting me to make this video. I had a great time. Thanks.